I wanted to do a video on one of the most obscure literary devices used in the Bible. It's called Janus Parallelism or Janus Parallelism. It's a term coined by Cyrus Gordon, and I wanted to do it on January 1st because we actually get our month from Janus, which was a unique Roman deity. He was bifaced, he had two faces, a young face, old face. So he was kind of seen as the god of beginnings, hence why our month of January is named after it. But this is in Scott Nogel's book, Janus Parallelism, in the book of Job. The introduction has a good introduction to the concept. So let's just go ahead and look at it. So he's pointing out, wordplay, this polysemous parallelism, more commonly called Janus Parallelism. The latter term was coined by Cyrus Gordon sometime in the late 70s, I think, to describe a literary device in which a middle stitch of poetry parallels in a polysemous manner both the line that precedes it and the line which follows it. Again, that's kind of dense, but the example, once I show you an example, you'll see what's going on. Gordon's initial discovery was in Song of Solomon 2:12, and here he has it in Hebrew and in English. Let's just go ahead and look at the Bible itself, though. So here in Song of Solomon 2:11, let's just read it straight through. The flowers appear on the earth. The time of sinking has come. The voice of the turtle dove is heard in our land. Now, as you can see, you should be able to see a footnote here. You might not be able to see the footnote. It actually says over singing or pruning. Now, if we were to translate it that way, it would say the flowers appear on the earth. The time of pruning has come. Of course, that makes sense. However, if we take it the other way, the time of singing has come. The voice of the turtle dove is heard in our land. In fact, if I were to click on this term here, and it brings up our a dictionary here, entry 2159, it's this term zamir. Right above it will be obviously 258, and here it is, the same word, same letters, except this word means psalmist, psalm, song, songs, whatever. So it's a word, it's a homonym. It's a word that is spelled the same, it's the same word, but it can be taken one of two ways. And so if taken one way, it goes with one part of the poem or the line. Taken the other way, it goes with the other part, right? It's a very sophisticated little wordplay. And there's a number of these in the Bible. So let's go back to the article. He's going to point out a couple of other ones. He had another one in Job 9:25. And I'll just kind of summarize what it is. This term right here is going to be the pivot word. And it could be taken either as flees or to flee or evil, right? So now my days are swifter than a runner. They flee, they see no more good. Or now my days are swifter than a runner. They are evil. They see no more good. So the same word can be taken one of two ways, and it works either way you take it, basically. Rinsberg pointed out Genesis 49:26 and Genesis 15:1. Again, this term right here is either going to be parents or mountains, right? So the blessings of your father surpass the blessings of my parents or mountains, the delight of the eternal hills. Obviously, father goes with parents, mountains goes with eternal hills. In fact, the Septuagint, the Greek translation, they didn't catch this, so they amended the text to make it say basically to speak of the mountains twice. And you'll often see that in a footnote in in translations where sometimes they don't catch that that's what's going on, so they suggest one translation over the other, or they might even suggest the other one, but not realizing both are actually in view. Probably my favorite out of these examples is Genesis 15:1. It's a well-known verse, and it's a really obvious example of this. So it says, "Fear not, Abram. I am," usually translated, "your shield," to you. "Your reward shall be very great." Taken, of course, the other way, as you see down here, it means bestow, and it would go with reward. So it would be something like, "Fear not, Abram. I am a blesser to you. I am your benefactor. I am your blesser," something to that effect. "Your reward shall be very great." So that one to me is one of the most clear. "Fear not, I'm your shield," or blesser, your benefactor, your reward shall be very great. There's a number of these that have been discovered. I think that's the last of the initial examples he gives. In this book, he's going to go on and give like 50 more of these in Job, and he specifically chose Job because it's poetic, and he just went looking for these, and he speculates that there are probably many more out there that just haven't been discovered yet. Unfortunately, this book is one of these academic books that $100 book or whatever, so run out and get it. But yeah, that's most of the examples I wanted to show. Obviously, I don't want to scrub through the whole book, but here's two more examples if you want to look at them. So take your screenshots and read those over. But it's just something that it's a literary device that just doesn't get any love. It's I don't think I've ever seen a commentary bring it up. Certainly not a popular level one. I'm sure these super technical ones that 12 specialists read, and that's about it. I'm sure that that gets brought out there, but other than articles, or in this case, this book dealing specifically with this technique, I've never seen it brought up in any other context. But it's really cool, and unfortunately, nobody ever talks about it. But so I just wanted to point it out, and yeah, that's about it.